Yo, what's the deal? It's your boy Who's Indo, and we back. Another Larry Bird banger. My Larry Bird fans, this one for y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be giving me the most love. People that want to see me do Larry Bird. Shout out my boy Amari Hamparius. I'm just say Amari, because your name is hard to pronounce. But bro, thank you for, giving me more Larry Bird ideas. I appreciate all the Larry Bird fans because y'all come in every video and come and comment on what other videos he got and come and build up his legacy. That's why I moved Larry Bird from 7th to 6th on my list. I moved him above Magic. I put Magic below him and him above Magic. I think he was a better player overall. I think Magic had the better resume, but I think he was the better player. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I'm amazed at some of the highlights I'm seeing. I'm watching some highlights that I don't even put on camera. But let's check out Larry Bird and my boy Uncut Hoops talking about his greatest moments.
Tie game, 13 seconds to play. Celtics basketball, no shot clock.
They called a timeout. He said, "You know I'm gonna get it." And I said, "I know I'm gonna be waiting."
I'm going to timeout. I'm going to a play, and I was like, "This is what I'm going to run." All right, then you get the ball, you go over here, and you pass to Kevin, then you go to the corner, and why would you come over? Then about that time, Larry steps in and says, "Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way?" Now, after the timeout, we walk back on the court, and Larry's going down to his position, so he tells Xavier, "I'm getting the ball."
Yeah, he said, "I'm gonna get it right here. I'm gonna shoot it right in your face."
10 seconds. 5 and Bird has the basketball. Look out. 2 seconds on the clock.
And he was like, "I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock." And I fall back to
That's a fucking killer right there, bro. That's a big reason why I put Larry. I knew Larry Bird was a killer. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't like hearing the stories and then seeing him on the court. You feel what I'm saying? Seeing him even on the defensive side, like how he hustled and everything. He may not have been a lockdown defender and everything, but he did make three all defense teams. And I can see why. His hustle on defense, his IQ of where his teammates is at, and then his trash talking is legendary, bro. Probably MJ and maybe Kobe probably up there with him as far as, really talking trash and being fucking great and elite. Like I said, I won't say LeBron because I don't know LeBron for really talking shit to niggas, like a known shit talker. But Larry Bird was just a fucking killer, bro. And I got so much newfound respect for him.
the sideline like, damn.
Larry Bird just phenomenal the way that he will contribute in the clutch time after
John. Larry tries to fight his way through with Barkley all over. They're not going to call a foul. It goes to Bird. He's open. To spread the ball defensively.
What's crazy is what he said. NBA is owned by black guys. Like they faster, stronger, better. He was like, so he felt disrespected getting guarded by a white dude, and he used to be killing black niggas. Let's be real. That boy Larry Bird was a killer, and nowadays in the game today, Larry Bird would be an MVP candidate every year, bro. Like every year, bro. His shooting would translate. His style would translate. I don't care what nobody say. He could run and gun on a fast break and everything, bro. He would be making the all defense team probably. If you want to be real, like it probably was harder back then to make the all defense team than now. Shit.
Let's see if they wind it all the way down. Inside 10 seconds. You can't double yet. Now you can quickly. First jumper, good. 3.6 seconds left. Larry Bird gives the Boston Celtics a 2-point lead. Bird down low.
They did. Even though he had a great team, he could say something that a lot of people can't say outside of probably what Isaiah. Isaiah can't say it either. Jordan never beat him in the playoffs. Now, I know they had 5 Hall of Famers, but somebody did tell me something that I was like, yeah, you right. At that time, they wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, first ballot Hall of Famers and shit like that, but they was a great, great team. He did have 5 of the best players, like probably the top 30 players in the league, outside of Robert Parrish, maybe. Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson. Shit, even, you know what I'm saying, he had a couple, Robert Parrish, he had a couple more pieces, but Jordan has never beat him. That's another reason I'm like, damn, I need to move him up. About a couple more videos and really diving into him, like, he may be in my top 5, bro, because Bird was really fucking great, bro. Like, I really didn't realize how great he was till I started watching these highlights and going back and watching full games and listening to people talk about him, for real.
Gets the ball behind. Michael comes over to try for the block, but nothing but...
If you put all of us in a room, you know, Magic, Jordan, myself, and Bird probably be the guy who walks out of the room at the end of the day.
Thomas wants to get it in quickly.
Now, you gotta take what Isaiah say with a grain of salt, because he hate Michael Jordan. But, I mean, he said it. Bird, he said, put him in a room with him, Bird, Isaiah, Magic, Jordan. He said Bird probably come out the last dude to come out. In the 80s, yeah. But Magic, he was passing him. Magic and him was like on the same level, and then Magic kind of passed him and shit when he passed him in championships and then MVPs, and then like he kept beating him and shit. But I just think Bird was a better overall player, and I believe, like, you know what I'm saying, he did win 3 MVPs in a row, bro. Like, you feel me? And he didn't have as great of a teammate. Nobody that was on Bird team was as great as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Nobody on his team was as great as he was. You know what I'm saying? That don't take away from Magic, but Bird, when Bird came in, they did, you know what I'm saying, hike up to from worst to one of the best teams. Just like Magic won in his first year, you feel me, when he had Kareem, Bird was balling too.
Now there's a steal by Bird.
Probably my favorite play from Bird. 2 reasons. 1, defense to offense. Quick steal and the IQ and the decision to throw it to his teammate for the easy lay-in, and then it's against the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? My hometown squad. You know what I'm saying? Anything involving the Pistons, even if we lose, and if somebody have a great game against us, like LeBron in 07, that's what really made me be like, okay, this nigga LeBron he really about to be something. Because I was not fucking with LeBron from like 03 to 07. I was like, man, this nigga can't shoot. This nigga this and that. I admit it. But 07, I saw it. I was like, okay, I see why they calling this nigga the chosen one. I seen it. But now it's like, bro, dog, no, not to go.
They're in overtime, tied at 123.
Bird rotates in. Bird pops out, avoids the steal, gets it over to DJ. Bird goes right into the pivot. Now DJ holds the ball. Back in the Bird. The ball away is gone. Oh, my.
Fucking killer, bro. Against the Lakers, against the Lakers in the finals. Whole 80s, Bird Magic. Whole 80s, I think, said. I'm not sure, but I believe Bird Magic, and then I think I want to say Dr. J won too in there, but Bird Magic, and that shit was probably legendary at that time for the NBA. Just like how you had LeBron, Steph, you feel me? You had the Laker 3-peat. Shit was legendary. You feel me? LeBron in his run, You know what I'm saying? Going to all those finals appearances. It's like legendary shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Kobe and his three-run stretch where they was actually comparing him and Jordan around that time before the media came with it. That's another story. But yeah, man.
Got that! Oh my God, that!
Boston Celtics have evened this NBA World Championship Series at 2 games apiece.
I remember we were playing Washington in Washington one night, and Larry just hit what would have been the game-winning shot, but KC called timeout.
It won't count. It does not count. Boston had called a timeout.
Larry came back to the bench, and he was a little upset.
Jane? The old ex-girlfriend.
He looks at the bench and says, hey guys, when I come back after timeout, I'm going to go right to the same spot and I'm going to kick it in.
He told Washington, I'm going to get the ball.
2 seconds left. The Bullets by 1. Aims to Bird. He gets a good shot in the Celtics winner. Boy, this is something else. Incredible. Bird wins it at the buzzer.
How many people you know would talk to the other team like this and says, I'm going to stick it in your face?
I was guarding in my rookie year. He looked at me and he goes, "You can't stop me." And I looked at him and I said, "Gosh, boy, you're so confident." He was confident. You're a rookie. You don't know anything. He proceeded to score like 10 straight points.
Told Clyde ass up, nigga. They made nigga his I seen the story, nigga, on one of these highlight videos I did. Nigga, they subbed Clyde out as a rookie, nigga. Bird put like 15 straight points on his ass when they subbed his ass right out. Like, come on, man, get up out of here. He told that nigga, you can't guard me, bro. You can't stop me. Bro, Bird was a fucking animal, bro. Like, I see why y'all Larry Bird fans be saying, like, some of y'all be saying, like, he the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Larry Bird might have a case. Real talk, bro. This nigga was, man, he was something.
Coach took me out the game. He walks by and he's laughing at me.
Larry Bird catches the ball in the corner. I take off running out at Larry Bird. And right when he's getting ready to shoot, I jump. And as I go by, him, he tells me, he says, "Fly, Bird." And
Brad Daughtry, an all-star in the 80s for the Cleveland Cavaliers, a part of the team that I think MJ beat. He's a NBA player that probably most NBA fans don't even know who the fuck that is and everything like that. But somebody like me, who was an old soul, was born in the 90s and went back and looked at all 90s, 80s stuff, I know who Brad Daughtry is. Mark Price, them boys.
I go right by him and he shoots the ball. It's nothing but nylon.
Larry Bird was a pain in the neck. Anytime we had a chance to win, Larry Bird changed that.
Larry Bird. Follows his own shot.
There was a certain confidence you had because,
That's probably my second favorite Larry Bird play.
if you ever got in trouble, give the ball to Larry and get out of his way, and he delivered.
The double team in Bird. Larry, fake, fall away. Hits it at the buzzer. All right.
He was a cold-blooded killer. But when you played against somebody, do you remember? Well, you had the Bird night.
I had the Bird night. That was a tough night, man. The biggest argument that night is, you only scored 6 on me.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
No, but when a guy is literally coming up to court, calling his shots, and Bird talked a lot of trash.
And that's in New Orleans.
That's in New Orleans. In that game, we're on the free throw line. And he literally says, left side, across the 3, and you're listening to him. That's a tough feeling.
But, okay, so you guys got, Antoine Carr and Cliff Levingston got fined by Fratello, I think.
And Eddie Johnson for celebrating.
Celebrating Bird.
Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time when I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was the greatest film session ever, because back then you didn't have, you watched the real game and just when, with a video.
Think about that, bro. He got these niggas fine. They on the opposite team and cheering for him, just looking at greatness, bro. Bird was, you gotta put Bird, like, as far as like killing mentality and all that, you gotta put Bird up there with Jordan, Kobe, Bird. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start seeing that shit, cause that man, like, if you listen to the stories and you watch this man play, and then he's 6'9", 6'10" doing this, bro. Like, to me, it don't look like he that. It look like he's that, like, tall, but it don't look like he that damn big, like that damn tall. The way he moving and everything like that. He was like basically like a 6'9" guard masquerading as a forward. That shit crazy.
Yo, and Mike rewound the celebration 20 times. He just kept, not the shot, he just kept rewinding it, showing the guys, you remember they're giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off the bench,
yeah,
too.
that was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other high five. And our film session was 20 minutes of that. So it
wasn't somebody not playing good defense on Bird. It was you guys celebrating Larry Bird.
And Fratello wouldn't let it go. He just kept rewinding.
Because you don't do that. What kind of shit is that, bro? I'd be mad as hell if I was Dominique on that team. Like, what the fuck are y'all niggas doing, bro? Like, y'all niggas over here celebrating a nigga whooping our ass, bro? Come on. What kind of shit is that?
It was,
I think Bird went by the bench one time, too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, off the glass into the trainer. And, yeah, and so it was a bad night.
He was a basketball genius. He'd be a step ahead, a thought ahead, play the game like a chess game. I'd much rather guard Michael Jordan than Larry Bird because you have to play the game as a thinker when you're playing him. You have to get inside his mind. Larry wasn't quick, couldn't jump really high, but there was just some sleepless nights.
Bird takes the pop. It's gone. Get in.
The All-Star game is in Dallas, the first three-point contest. And he just starts looking at guys, doesn't say a word, and people are getting kind of nervous. And then he finally speaks and says, I'm just looking to see who's going to finish second.
Some pure trash talking and just general. General bravado, and the theatrics of it all was made for Larry.
And Larry would back up his boast by not only winning the contest, but blowing away the competition with a phenomenal shooting display.
Chicks had my name on it for a week now.
Just draining them bitches. It's nothing. And he just... And the worst thing about him is he's 6'9". He ain't no 6'2", 6'3" like Steph Curry doing. He's 6'9", just... Nigga, what?
I knew I was going to win this thing. I've been practicing. My teammates said I wasn't going to win it, but I came back and lucked out, really.
At the end of one of the trips, he had accomplished every goal. We hadn't lost a game on the trip. And Larry told all of us players and the media, too, we were all standing around waiting to leave. He said, tomorrow night's the last game of the trip. I'm going to play this one left-handed at least through three quarters.
What a performance by Bird!
And at the end of three quarters, the next night in Portland against poor Jerome Kersey, he had 27 points left-handed. And it was remarkable.
Larry.
This guy was going to do one thing almost every night that really spun your head around, made you do like, I couldn't believe this was happening.
Bird to
top 3 favorite Larry Bird plays in the same video.
He was playing chess and everybody else was playing checkers. He was 3 moves ahead of everybody else. And you never knew what he was going to do, but you knew it was going to be something special.
Bird steals it. You can see it coming, and look at the pass to McHale.
Isn't that beautiful? In last year's playoffs, Person was out to make Bird eat his words while adding a few choice comments of his own.
Chuck Person, he definitely has his reputation. During the playoffs, he just went AWOL, and he just went to work.
You can see Bielsa playing a little. Bird giving it back to him kind.
Chuck Person can talk some trash to Larry Bird now. He scored the last 16 points.
Chuck and Larry down low, greeting one another once again.
Bird, he has caught fire. Person and had something to say afterwards. And look at Bird. Person didn't dare look at him.
Yeah, it is a little special because I've known Chuck for a while.
D'ing his ass up. Yeah, he made that nigga call timeout. That's what killers do.
And we always had run-ins, but it always seems like I get the last word.
88. It looked like his luck had finally run out.
He certainly doesn't have that normal Bird rhythm going for him.
seconds remaining, has only 7, has to be 15. That's 8, making 9, and 10, and 11 as we're counting. 13, still got to drop one here quickly. 14, this is a tie for the money.
He knew exactly what the score was. He knew that ball was
That's just fucking amazing, bro.
going to win the competition for him, and it's almost like he did it in dramatic fashion just to make it more fun.
He knew it when he let it go and was headed for the winner's circle.
Then the game begins. Magic and Larry come out together, 2 guys that had saved the league. They wouldn't even be playing this game without those 2. And Magic passed the ball. Larry makes the first basket.
Bird banking in, goes to the fadeaway.
I mean, it just didn't get any better than that.
The U.S. was off and running, and the result was a thing of beauty.
Johnson leading the break, finds
And no one seemed more excited to be sharing the court than the co-captains.
Bird for 3.
Opening night was a smash.
You see that? Larry. And they just,
success, with the outcome never in doubt.
Oh, a bullet from Magic to Portland.
And late in the game, fans in Portland decided they wanted a curtain call from a 3-time MVP.
The crowd start cheering. Larry, Larry, Larry.
Crowd reacts to the...
That's crazy. Not Magic, not Bird. I mean, not Magic, not Jordan, not Barkley, not Malone. Bird, Larry, Larry.
Entrance of Larry Bird, a standing ovation.
And as he'd done so many other times in his career, Larry Bird rose to the occasion.
Jordan with the behind-the-back save. Here's Bird. Yes.
You just knew that Larry Bird was not going to miss that shot.
It was a virtually flawless performance. The final margin of victory was 77 points. And Magic and Bird had led the way.
The Larry Bird retirement ceremony, they had it on a night when there was no game. That's how special, that's how popular, that's how great Larry Bird is. They filled the Boston Garden, and you couldn't get a ticket. Magic comes out, and it was just great, and he had the Celtic t-shirt on underneath, and the speech that Magic gave.
Larry Bird said that there will be another Larry Bird one day. And Larry, there will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird.
To have all the fans come back to pay tribute and to say thank you. There was nothing like that on earth.
Tonight, my
basketball career is officially over, and I had a blast. So tonight I leave. I leave basketball forever. I leave a game that I loved. Sorry, but I'm gone. I'm history. I dedicated my life to basketball, and I dedicated my life to the Boston Celtics. So I say good night, Boston, and may God bless each and every one of you. Good night.
Greatest Boston Celtic of all time. Hey, yo, man, that was Larry Bird, the greatest moment, man. I did this one for the Larry Bird fans, man. Comment in the section what other players y'all want me to do, man. If you want me to keep doing Larry Bird, I will. This been Who Is Hendo, man. I'm out.